Hey guys, good morning. It's Friday today and we're going to be heading to the office again. It's been a while since I've hosted because I've been really busy at work, and yeah, I'll do different types of videos when I have a bit more time, but today will just be another day in my life video. And look who's up already. Rio? So the missus is getting ready. We're heading into work today. It's Friday today. So disappointed when I woke up. I didn't see the boys. They were next to us, but they came later on when we started to get ready. So they love playing with plastics, and of course any packages we get, they love jumping into the boxes. So I'll show you guys. I think this here is Riku's favorite spot. He likes to hide under a bed here. Riku? Hello? Hello, you cutie. Oh, are you still sleepy? What are you doing, Ria? Ria, come on. So this is another favorite spot of Riku's. He just likes to sit on this tower thing. Ria? Yeah, he's doing his business. So just gonna feed the boys before we head off to work. They've been liking this tuna mornay and cheese one by Dayin recently. So they've been really liking this one. And I'm just gonna feed him. Oh, look, so hungry. Ah, and of course it's Friday, so I can wear casual today. So happy. So we're just gonna say bye to the boys. See ya. So the missus recently had a birthday, and we will be celebrating later on in the evening after work with the in-laws, and we are driving to their place now. They live in the Green Square area, which is very close to the city. Unfortunately, we would have liked to take the entire week off to celebrate properly, but we both don't have much annual leave saved up, as we are planning a trip to Fiji later on in the year, which will use a lot of our leave. For those of you not from Australia, we get about 20 days worth of annual leave a year that we can take for holidays and other random days. But with our companies at least, we have to save 3 to 7 days worth of those for the Christmas holidays, as our offices are closed during that time and we are forced to take leave. Which is not too bad that we can actually take time off during Christmas. If some of you guys are wondering why I don't drive to the city instead of taking the train when I go to the office, it is because of 2 reasons. 1, the traffic can be a bit unpredictable. Sometimes it flows and sometimes it's chock-a-block. And 2, petrol and parking in the actual CBD can be quite expensive. I think all-day parking is around $30 and petrol would be around $16.80. So I think petrol is around $2.10 a litre, and I need about 8 litres per 100 kilometers. And if my math is right, it's about 50 kilometers each way driving, and a train trip would only be about $15 return per person. And I forgot to mention the tolls. So because I live a bit far away, I would have to go through the highway to get there fastest, otherwise I have to wake up earlier. And yeah, I forgot about tolls, and they're quite expensive. I think they're around $5 for the M5 one, and if I take any tolls in the city, that's even much more expensive. Once we get to the in-laws, they will drop us to Green Square Station, which is only about 5 minutes drive away from their place, and then we'll just take the train the rest of the way. Now we are heading to the station, and fun fact, we actually used to live in this area for a year, and I can say it has changed so much. So this is Green Square Station right there, and there's a whole bunch of apartments upstairs, but also a Taco Bell, KFC and McDonald's there as well. So this area is actually really good. So Green Square Station is only 1 stop away from Central, so it's really close to the city. Let me know in the comments below if you guys prefer to take public transport to go to work, or if you drive to work. So this is Central Station, and we're just heading on to the next train. So Central to Town Hall. And the missus will also be going to North Sydney on the same train. Just going to get my usual morning coffee in the office kitchen, my go-to flat white before I start work for the day. For the task this morning, I developed a dynamic block based on the angles of departure from the road, based on Ausroad standard. So this block will help engineers determine where to stop the road safety barriers in the road design, and it's also used as a quick check for them to see if what's being modeled in the road design is correct. And as usual, as a senior drafter, I am helping other drafters with their questions and queries and best practice on how to do their task. I've been meaning to get around to it, but I will be making a video showcasing what I actually do as a civil drafter, and a video on my must-know AutoCAD tips and tricks. I've just been busy with work the last couple of weeks, and I've been a bit sick, but I am better now, and I will be releasing videos on my usual weekly basis. So it's almost time for lunch, and I actually brought my lunch today, so it's pretty rare for me to bring lunch, but I had a lot of leftovers, so I didn't want to waste it, so I brought lunch. but I will be going with some colleagues to a Porto to just get some snacks. So we have cheese and bacon roll from Woolworths, homemade chicken and corn soup, and free chips from a Porto. So I actually just signed up for a Porto rewards program recently, and one of the benefits was you actually get a free hot chips. And who can say no to free food? The chicken and corn soup was actually made by my mum, and she had given it to me earlier in the week, which was good as I had a bit of a cold and I actually wanted something soupy. So that definitely hit the spot. Lunch is over and just powering through the rest of the day. I'm going to meet up with the missus after work for dinner with the in-laws. She felt like having Chinese, so we decided to go to Lilong at Darling Square. It is one of our favorite places to go, but it is on the pricier side, so it's usually only for special occasions like today. If you guys ever notice why I wear my headset like that, it's because I don't like to get flat hair. So if I wear it properly with the band over my head, I tend to get flat hair and it looks really funny. I actually forgot to film me setting up my computer in the morning, and you'll see in a bit, but I actually stopped recording too early packing up. I think a stop button got pressed accidentally on my watch, which is controlling the camera on my phone. But anyways, we've arrived here at Darling Square, and this is Lilong restaurant, and it was actually really busy. We ended up waiting around 40 minutes for a table. I highly recommend checking out this area if you haven't been before, as there's a lot of good places to try. Like this in the corner has one of the best kurtoshes that I've ever had. Let me know in the comments below if you've been to Lilong or Darling Square. So for dinner we ordered pan-fried pork buns, salt and pepper crispy pork ribs, lobster with ginger and shallot, and wagyu beef and mushrooms with teriyaki sauce. First dish I am trying is the wagyu beef and mushroom in teriyaki sauce. The beef is very tender and melts in your mouth. The teriyaki sauce is on the sweeter side, but is kind of caramelized, giving it a nice tangy but still sweet taste. The mushrooms were sauteed quite nicely with a strong flavor. The teriyaki sauce was not too overpowering, but complements both mushroom and beef very well. The main dish we ordered was lobster with ginger and shallot and noodles. The lobster was cooked very well. Didn't have a strong seafood taste, which means I think it was cleaned quite well. And the meat was very tender. But when I bit into it first, it was extremely hot. The ginger and shallot seasoning was beautiful. Nice gravy that is coated all around the lobster and noodle. It gave off a subtle spicy taste, but was balanced out with the slightly sweeter taste of the shallots. Perfectly balanced and amazing to eat. The noodles were nice and chewy. It's such a simple but delicious seasoning. Lobster is definitely on the pricier end, and if you've never tried it at a Chinese restaurant, I recommend trying it with ginger and shallot. It's one of my favorite seasoning. So I also like to get it with fish, so ginger and shallot with fish. I think that also is very nice too. Salt and pepper pork ribs is a classic dish that we usually order when we go to a Chinese restaurant. It has a nice salty but slightly spicy taste with deep fried pork ribs. The pork ribs were very crispy and the meat was still very tender on the inside. I would highly recommend to try this one, as you can't go wrong with something this crispy. The pan-fried pork buns is another classic dish, but be warned, the soup inside can get quite hot. This is a pan-fried bun with a minced pork on the inside, but also I think a gingery soup broth on the inside that cooks the pork. It is encrusted in a nicely crunchy outer dough, but goes softer towards the center. The broth or soup on the inside is perfect for cold nights, and you have your nice soft pork mince ball once you get in the middle. But it's balanced by the soft and crunchy texture. So we paid a total of $267.61, but I forgot to film the mango pancake as I was too full and I didn't actually try it. So we're heading back to the in-laws place, but we're going to make a quick detour to Market City, and in particular to the IGA or Thai Key, which is an Asian supermarket in Chinatown. So this particular grocery store has been at this location for as long as I can remember. It is one of my go-to supermarkets to get Asian groceries that I can't usually find at Coles or Woolworths. Though I usually come here for the huge range of Asian drink selections, and I'm gonna go grab my favorite drink. So this drink is called Kalpis, and it's a yogurt type drink. Let me know in the comments below if you guys will be interested in a video where I show you my favorite Asian snacks. Though this one here has been my favorite ever since I was a little kid, Yan Yan. Let me know in the comments below your favorite drink and if you have been to this supermarket. Interestingly, we are taking the light rail back to the in-laws place. The reason we are going on the light rail and not the train is because there is not much parking around the Green Square station, but there is actually plenty of parking around Kensington Light Rail Station, and it's only about a 5-minute drive from that station to their place. Although the light rail journey to Kensington is longer than the train ride to Green Square from Central. I've been on the light rail many times, but definitely plan to try out the new Sydney Metro trains, and I will most likely make a video on that as well. But catching the light rail train is actually quite convenient. It's closer walk to get to the stations than on the train, and it's nice to see something different as well. So since it was kind of getting late, to make sure I'm able to stay awake and drive all the way back, I decided to get a caramel espresso from 7-Eleven. So I usually like to get these frappe or frozen drinks from 7-Eleven. So after this, we're heading back to the in-laws place and we're gonna cut a cake for Camille and then head on back home. Yay!
Cut the cake.
You're so old.
I'm still baby.
So after cutting the cake, we had so much left over and I am absolutely stuffed. So it's about a 45-minute drive back home, but luckily there's no traffic, so it might be more like 40 minutes back. Let me know in the comments below if you guys also like driving at nighttime. I find it to be very relaxing, and especially because there's no traffic, I think I enjoy driving at night more than during the day. Oh, hey guys, I just got back home with the missus. It's about 11 p.m. right now. Pretty tired, so I'll probably end the vlog here. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you've been to any of the places I went to today, and I hope to see you in my next vlog. Bye. Say bye, Riku. Bye. Yeah. Hello, Rio. Hello. Rio. Where you go? Hey. Where's Riku?